Yo, what's going on, man? Today is November the 8th, 2023. It's your boy Chris, and this is the ChrisBeCappinn NBA show, live on Twitter, also live on YouTube as well. Do me a favor, hit the like button for me as you guys join. We got a lot to get into. Actually got a little bit later start time than I typically wanted to. I tweeted out that the show would start at 5:30, typically starts at 5 p.m. Eastern time, as you guys know, but it's been a very, very busy, hectic, long day. Glad I got a chance to really handicap these games yesterday and some CLV on most of the plays that I did play and that I shared with the members over on the YouTube channel. Real quick before we get started, definitely hit the like button for me. Subscribe to this channel if you guys haven't, and turn the notification bell on for anybody who wants my plays when I play them. It's only $5.99 a month, $5.99 a month over on YouTube. The link is accessible through the link tree on my Twitter page, and also it's in the description on the YouTube channel as well. So $5.99 to get you my plays when I play them. It definitely pays off because typically we get CLV, and we know if we continue to get CLV, we're going to win long term. So I like to get ahead of the lines, and a lot of the lines that I played yesterday have moved, but it's some great player props that I do like, and I want to get into those. So like I said, hit the like button for me. Definitely appreciate that as always. And let's jump right into it. We got a lot of games, a lot to talk about. I'm going to speed through these games pretty quickly. Get to my notes. You guys let me know in the YouTube comment section and on Twitter if we get updated injury news, because I know it's with all these games, we bound to get some breaking injury news. So let's jump right into it. First game up, we got so Ben Simmons just got ruled out 5 minutes ago. I wasn't aware of that. Bradley Beal is expected to play. Walker Kessler 2 weeks. Looks like he's gonna miss with an elbow injury. Derek White is in. I kind of anticipated that. Okay, we still got Anthony Davis questionable. Jalen Duren is also questionable. Ben Simmons is out. Herb Jones, Lou Dort, Derek Lively. So I'm gonna pin this tweet up top. I try to make this show as informative as possible for you guys. So I'm always trying to, it's a one-man crew over here. I don't have a producer, but I try my best to, just to share with you guys. So even if you're not making the bets that I make, you at least, have the most updated information. So that's what I'm trying to say. All right, so let's jump into it. First game up, we have and let me just make sure I got my notes pulled up. First game up that I actually handicapped was let me get to my notes. Hold on 1 second. Bear with me. All right, we're going to, what did I put up first? I put up the Wizards and the Hornets. So this line was actually 4.5 in favor of Charlotte, which is absolutely crazy to lay 4.5 points with the Charlotte Hornets. They're not that good of a basketball team. They are coming off a very impressive win against the Dallas Mavericks. So first game of a back-to-back with these two teams. They do play against each other in the next game. Terry Rozier was listed as questionable. I think he did get downgraded to out these are my notes from yesterday, of course. I do lean towards the under. I know that this total is extremely high. It was at 240 240 and a half yesterday when I wrote it down. Some money has come in on the under, 238. And I know we see, like the Washington Wizards, their defense sucks. The Charlotte Hornets, their defense actually is okay. Like, it's not that bad. Of course, they can score the ball, but offensively, can you really rely on them to score the ball? So what I wrote in my notes, like I said, I'm gonna try to spend at least less than 2 minutes on each one of these games. I got totals are 8-2 to the under in the last 10 matchups between these two teams. The Hornets 9-1 to the under since the start of last season when they're a home favorite. That's typically when they don't score and their defense plays better at home. The highest total that they've went over as a home favorite since the start of last season was actually 230.5 points versus the Pistons, and that game actually went to overtime. So look like sharp money might be coming in on the under in this spot. I would agree with the movement. Not something that I played. The Wizards 5-1 to the over this season, 4-0 to the over on the road. Each opponent has cleared their team total by 23 points, 5 points, 4.5 points, and 26 points so far this season. The Hornets 4-1-1 to their team total over this season, and both teams rank bottom 7 in offensive effective field goal percentage. Both teams also rank dead last in points in the paint, which gets me to this. And I didn't play this, but Mark Williams, looking at his points plus rebounds, probably something I'm gonna end up adding a little later. But I really like Mark Williams in this spot. Wizards allowed the 4th most points in the paint. All right, so that's my quick analysis. I'm not playing the side in that game. I'm not touching the total, but best of luck to you guys if you are. Let me go through the comment section real quick. What's up to the chat? Abacot is in here. He likes Jared Allen over 9.5 rebounds. Only play for tonight. Good luck. Justin, my guy, appreciate you tapping in. Big Marv, same blessings to you as well. My guy Sid in the chat. Cool. What's up, Coop? He says a lot to like on the slate. Play what you love and live with the results. Absolutely, that's what I did. I shot today. I got a lot of plays for myself. Maybe for more people, it's not that not that many plays, but I feel like I got a lot. I don't think I'm overexposed, and I love the look. So I'm gonna go through those. What's up to my guy Esther? He says hit the like button for me. Definitely appreciate that. Tariq says, "What's up, Chris? I did take the Clippers and the Suns early. We'll see. Yeah, we're gonna get into those games. What are the chances the Spurs shock everyone on TV? I like the chances tonight for the Spurs. Maybe not to win, but to cover that 10, yeah, I'm not. I'll get into that game. I get into that game. Tariq says I like the Wizards first quarter. Don't ask me why. Yeah, I'm not going to ask you why. All right, next game. Next game up. We got the Celtics and the 76ers. This line is up to 3 now. Boston was actually just laying a point and a half yesterday. The total was at 226. And I did lean towards the over. Boston, third and final road game of their road trip. They're coming off the loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves, and they host Brooklyn on Friday, so no real look-ahead spot there. They probably are excited to get back home. Philly, 6-0-1 against the spread, 5 straight home games in a row for them, 5 straight wins and 5 straight covers. They do travel to Detroit on Friday, so not a look-ahead spot at all when you're just playing against the Pistons. Derek White did just get ruled in. I think he definitely impacts that spread a lot. He's missed the last 2 games. I think he might have had his wife might have had a son or had a kid, I think. So I did lean towards the over yesterday. Didn't get there because these two teams do kind of trend towards the under when they play against each other. The Celtics are 5-1 to the over this season. We know how good their offense has been. The 76ers 4-2 to the over, and they've actually cleared their team total in 5 of the 6 games that they played so far as well. Boston is 2nd in pace. The Sixers 3rd in pace. Both teams rank 4th and 5th in defensively, and both teams rank 10th and 11th in pace. Both teams also rank 5th and 6th in effective field goal percentage. So I think when we look at Philly, we don't expect them to score a lot of points. This Philly team is really, really good. They score a lot of points. A lot of it comes in transition. I love what Nick Nurse is doing with Joel Embiid as far as spacing him and putting them on a higher at free throw line extended versus putting them on the block every single time. He's more decisive with his moves. He's getting it, going over his assists. And that's the way I decided to play Embiid today. First official play for me is Joel Embiid over his 4.5 assists. I think you can still get it at -125 on Bet365, but everywhere else is pretty juice. You go through, and I'm not going to be able to rattle off the numbers, but Joel Embiid, I think, has had 5 assists in every single game so far this season, except one, and that game was against the Suns, which he didn't play the fourth quarter in, of course. And I like Embiid a lot tonight. You go back and look at the matchups. Even when they didn't have Nick Nurse as the primary, as the head coach, Joel Embiid actually cleared this in both games last season as well. So usage will be there. I like Embiid a lot. Also in this game, I did play Porzingis over his 1.5 threes. This line is juiced -130, -140, pretty much on every sports book. But on DraftKings, it is -115 as of like an hour and a half ago. So with Porzingis, if you guys have watched the games, Embiid doesn't he does not like to be extended outside of the 3-point line at all. And shout out to my guy Ben. We actually chopped it up about this one earlier. And that's what he's going to do, right? I watched the game on Saturday. I know a lot of you guys probably did as well. And if you watch Nurkic shot 6 threes against Embiid the other day. I think it's a super buy low spot for Porzingis, who's actually going under his threes prop at 1.5. And that number was actually juiced to like -150, -145 just a couple games ago. So I think we're getting a humongous discount on Porzingis. I would ladder Porzingis threes tonight. I think you can get 3 at plus like 300 and something, and then you can get 4 like plus like 6 something. So I do like Porzingis to go over that threes ladder tonight. I think it's a really, really good spot for him. I would also lean towards Brooklyn. I would also lean towards Boston early. This team is scoring like 67 points in the first half, and they're off an overtime game, so you do kind of expect them to run out of gas late. And I think Philly should be able to close this game off. So I would lean towards Philly to cover. I would lean towards Boston in the first half. Boston, I think, has been the best first half team throughout the season. I don't think I actually wrote that down. I'm gonna write that down real quick, and then we'll test the other game. But real quick, official plays for this game. I did take Porzingis over his 1.5 threes at -115 on DraftKings, and I also played Embiid over his 4.5 assists. I do lean, like I said, towards Boston first half. They've been an absolute juggernaut in the first half of games. So those are my looks there. Go back to the comment section, and then I'll keep it moving. So we got let's see. What's up, Solo? Says that he liked the Celtics game to go over. I see it going over as well. I didn't play it, but I do lean towards the over. Robert says he likes 76ers first quarter money line. Jarrell says I'll take the over. Lean Philly. Okay. Solo says he was looking at quickly. We'll get there. Tariq says he likes Boston. May leave it alone. HC Picks likes Dallas. So we haven't gotten that far yet, but we'll get there. How has Maxey done against Drew Holiday? That's interesting. Sid. I haven't looked into that, but I'll definitely check it out after the show. Porzingis threes worth a small ladder? Absolutely, Rob. That's what I ended up doing. I took the threes ladder. I didn't give it out to my members, but I did take the threes ladder. Just a small unit on the 1.5, and then I didn't even go half unit on the other two. I think I might have went a third of a unit and like a 15th of a unit, just because I don't want too much exposure to Porzingis. But I do see him cashing the ladder tonight. What up to my guy Snagged in the chat? He likes quickly threes and a PPD. Do you trust Brook Lopez to hit 2 threes? I haven't really watched Brooklyn play a lot, but I would say yes. I mean, he's in a pretty good spot tonight against Detroit. We'll get into that game, though. I like going in order. All right, so let's keep going. I just want to kind of bounce back and forth. All right, so next game up, we got the Jazz and the Pacers. We got yesterday this line was at 6. It opened at 4 in favor of the home favorite, the Indiana Pacers. Total in this one was at 242. This total is now up to, it's still at 242, 242 and a half. Opened at 240. I jumped on the over in this one. So it was a clean injury report at first. And then, of course, Walker Kessler got ruled out. Double revenge spot for Indiana here. The Pacers did beat them. Did lose both games last season. For the Pacers, this is their 4th straight home game. So typically a spot you don't want to fade a team in. It is also a first leg of a back-to-back. They host Milwaukee tomorrow. So a potential look-ahead spot there. I did play the over. Pacers are the best offensive team in basketball at a 120.4 offensive rating. Defensively, they stink. 26 defensively. The Jazz, 28 defensively. They just gave up 120 points to the Chicago Bulls. Offensively, they're 15 ranked. Both teams are top 10 in pace. The Jazz 6-2 to the over, and all 6 of their opponents have actually gone over their team total. The Jazz are also 8-3 to the over last season as road dogs in non-conference games. And then one more quick thing I wanted to mention. Let me see if I still got it pulled up. I was looking at Walker Kessler, just kind of like seeing what his impact was, because I'm like, man, now I know this total's going to fly up. So in 8 games so far, Walker Kessler has played 192 minutes. This team has an offensive rating of 105.18 with Walker Kessler on the floor. So Walker Kessler on their offense stinks. 105, I'm sorry. With Walker Kessler off the floor, they have an offensive rating of 116. So they score more points with Walker Kessler off the floor. Defensively, this is what threw me for a loop. When Walker Kessler is on the floor, they actually have a defensive rating, of 123. Their defensive rating stinks with Walker Kessler on the floor. When Walker Kessler goes to the bench, they actually have a defensive rating of 114.6. So that kind of, like that overall, his impact is not as good on the defensive end as one might think with him, blocking shots and altering shots and rebounding the basketball. The defense gets better with him off the floor. So I kept the 242, and I still like that number. I do think that this game goes up and over the total. I was a tad bit worried at first just because it is the first leg of a back-to-back, but, Pacers just continue to go over, and the Jazz can't stop anybody. And I also think the Pacers won't be playing that much defense. So do like the over 242 in this game. All right, back to the comment section real quick, and then we'll go to the next one. Keontae George Day. That's the I can see Keontae George. Also like Lloyd Marketing to go over his rebounds just because Walker Kessler won't be in there. Somebody got to get those rebounds. Malik Beasley, 10 points. We'll get to that game. We haven't gotten there yet. Scotty Barnes over 13.5 rebounds and assists. He's been crushing that line. I also played that, but we haven't gotten to that game yet. Yeah, y'all just throwing out looks, man. All right, Lloyd Marketing over 23.5 points. That is on this game. So, okay. I appreciate those looks. Continue to drop your plays in the chat. Appreciate everybody for stopping through and doing so. And let's keep going. So we have next up the Spurs and the Knicks. So this line was, I want to say it opened at 9.5. It actually got pushed to 10. This is the ESPN game, I want to say. I know it's a nationally televised game. Devin Vassell's unlikely to play on the San Antonio side of things. I think the Knicks have a pretty clean injury report. First thing I did when I looked into this game was how do the Knicks do when they're laying double-digit points? Because I remember them burning me multiple times last season. Since the start of last season, the Knicks are 1-5-1 when they're a home favorite laying 9 points or more. That's what I ended up coming up with. They're also 10-2 to the over when they're laying 7 or more points as a home favorite. 6-1 to the under. I'm sorry, just don't pay attention to the last part. 10-2 to the over when they're laying 7 or more points as a home favorite last season. Spurs also 6-1 to the over this season. So to me, I think this is an over game. I think we see points. The Knicks have been atrocious on the offensive end. They actually killed the over in the last game where I had them against the Clippers the other day. But I do feel like, as far as the Spurs pace, they play really, really fast. Also think that they'll be able to score in this spot as well. And the Knicks should have some offensive regression at some point in time. So I do like the over in this spot. Didn't get there, didn't take it. This total is dropped from 224 to 223.5 now. 223 is out there as well. So yeah, I didn't look into player props in this game at all. I do think it's telling that the Spurs lost by 40. They did lose by 41, 152 to 111 in their last game against the Indiana Pacers on the second leg of a back-to-back. But no way possible I'm laying 10 points with the Knicks. And could they do it? Absolutely. I'm not doing it, though. All right, so let me speed up just a tad bit. Next up, we got the Clippers traveling just up the street from where they were when they were playing in the Garden to Brooklyn to take on the Nets. And let's see what I got in this one. So this line opened with the Clippers laying 4.5. This line is now at 5.5 out there as well. Most 5.5. And the total spiked up from 226.5 to 231. And this is one where I really kind of beat myself up without taking the over. I'll tell you guys this, and maybe you want to jot it down. If this game trends towards the under in the first half, I will be playing a live second half over because I really wanted to get in on this game for a couple different reasons. First, Nicholas Claxton will remain out. I think Terrence Mann, I think he was supposed to be playing. I didn't see an update on him. The Clippers, this is the third road game of a 4-game road trip. They play in Dallas on Friday, which is a conference opponent. Last 10 meetings between these two teams are 8-2 to the over. Brooklyn, 25th defensive ranking. And I think a lot of it is due to their lack of rim protection. Teams are getting layups. They also bottom 10 in three-point field goal percentage. They also bottom 10 in three-point makes. Brooklyn also playing at the 12th fastest pace. 7th in offensive rating. We did cash an over in their game against the Bucks. And that one wasn't even sweatband. I think the over hit with like 5 minutes left in that game. You look at the Clippers; they are bound to regress, based on having Harden there. And I think we still were on the right side last game. They just really struggled. Bounce back performances should be coming for Kawhi Leonard, for Paul George. It's going to take a while, and that's why I kind of stayed off of this. But the total did go up 5 points. I think Harden should, kind of speed up the pace. This is a revenge game. For James Harden, of course, he was on the Brooklyn Nets before he requested a trade last year. Clippers, 12-4 to the over since the start of last season in road games that are non-conference games as well. I think that trend kind of continues in this spot. Expect the track meet style game, especially without Nicholas Claxton. Didn't get there for the over in this one, though. Let me go back to the chat. And I didn't make official play. I do also like PG3s. Over 2.5. I think not too terribly juiced. If it is, nice parlay piece. I think PG bounces back in a big way today, but didn't play it. Just kind of want to see what this Clippers offense does. Let's see what else you guys doing. Fun lotto for the stretch bigs that are going against a big that plays that drop defense. KP, Wemby, Shet for 3 threes is plus 34.84. So 3,484 on FanDuel. I'm writing this down, Coop. I like that. So Porzingis. This might be worth a little something. Porzingis, Wemby. I don't know if I like Wemby though, but he'll hit it when I don't like him. Wemby and Shet, 3 threes. That is a nice little lotto. I'm gonna write your name beside it too, Coop. Make sure I give you credit if it do cash. I might change it up just a tad bit too, but I do like that a lot. Porzingis, Wemby, Shet, threes at 3+. Vassell participated in shoot around. If Vassell plays, man, I do like the Spurs to cover in this game, but I'm probably just gonna watch. I don't want to overexpose myself. Ingram over 32. We haven't gotten that far. Cam Thomas over 1.5 assists, cleared in 5 of the last 6. Okay. Bill is playing. Yeah, we'll get there. I got to play in that game as well. All right, cool. So that's that game. Let's keep going. So we got Suns and the Bulls. It's actually the next game. I know we just heard that Bill was going to play. Devin Booker has also been ruled out in this game. Suns, they've actually won 6 of the last 8 meetings against these two teams. last game of a 3-game road trip, and they got the Lakers on deck at home on Friday. The Bulls don't play again until Sunday versus the Pistons, and the line came out and it was kind of fishy to me. I'm like, why would we ever lay points with the Chicago Bulls? Like I get it, the Phoenix Suns haven't been playing that well, and they just coming off a beatdown against the 76ers before beating the Detroit Pistons. But I'm like, I would never lay a point with the Chicago Bulls. Like, that's just not something I'm into right now. I've been talking about it religiously on the show. So yesterday, true story, yesterday I was at the park with my son, and I got beat writer notifications set up. And my man, I can't think of his name right now, but he reports for the Suns, and he said Bradley Beal was on track to play. So I immediately checked the sports books just to kind of see. Most of the time when you see that information, but Underdog didn't report it, so maybe that's why. When I saw that, I said, oh, okay, they're getting Bill back. I already like Chicago. I already like Phoenix plus the points. I actually saw 2 on Caesars and bet it immediately, sent it out to my members as well. So I got Chicago. I got Phoenix plus 2 in this spot. I just can't trust the Bulls. I can't trust the Bulls. The Phoenix Suns are a better offensive team, in my estimation, unless Zach LaVine is absolutely going crazy. They're a better defensive team. They're a better rebounding team. And I'm not making this is an opinion base. Go check the numbers. Offensive team, defensive team, they're a better rebounding team. The Bulls are also just 2-6 against the spread and 1-3 as home favorites this season. So give me the Suns. Also, an article came out with Frank Vogel. He was talking about really wanting his team to win games no matter who's playing, no matter who's not. So Bradley Beal being back, it could mess up the offense just a tad bit, but I think it helps. I also think that it impacts the total because I was going to send out the under. I like the under at 223.5. It absolutely got smoked all the way down to 219 right now, so 4.5 points. But Bradley Beal could influence that total a lot. I just thought 223 points was absolutely too many. So I stayed off the total, but I did play Phoenix plus the 2. Right now, you can get them at -1. I would play the money line. But I do have them plus 2 right now. Excuse me. And I did have a query to support this. Let me just give you guys this real quick. We'll move on to the next game. So it looks like, what can I just do? Hold on. Laptop tripping. Hold on. All right. So it looks like since the start of 2018, road dogs that are playing third game of a road trip. Oh, this is actually for the under. Never mind. This is for the under, and I'm not playing the under. So never mind. I did have a nice little query on the under, but I'm not going to play this one. All right, next game up. Let's keep it moving. We have and let me go back to the comment section real quick. We have the Vucevic double-double. Snag likes that. They have struggled to rebound the ball. I couldn't talk you off for that, Snag. Jarrell says he liked the unders. Bulls all defense and a average offense. I agree. That Mitchell Robinson quote on how he was going to defend Wemby like Porzingis sold me on Wemby's threes. Absolutely. I didn't even see that, Coop, but I will be looking into that. I like to have information. What's good, fellas? What I missed, Chris? What up? Appreciate you forever tapping in. I'll do a recap in a second. I will be doing it because I started later. I will be doing the show just a tad bit longer today, just so everybody who has looks can come up and share. I'm gonna try to get through mine a tad bit quicker because we are 23 minutes in. I'm not doing all this work though and not sharing it with you guys. So yeah, I spend hours capping these games, and that's no exaggeration. Let's see. No Bill props on FanDuel. Let's see. When Bill played versus the Wizards last season, when Bradley played with the Wizards last season, he was definitely a game changer. Where do you query? I query on Killer Sports most of the time. I also use Give Me the Dog as well. You just got to know the SDQL, the syntax in the SDQL language. If you know that, you can pretty much find any category, any like scenario that you want to find with a player, without a player. So if you guys got questions on SDQL stuff, let me know. I'll definitely help you guys out as much as I possibly can there. All right, so let's keep going. Next game up we have is the Lakers versus Rockets. My LA Lakers, who actually made us some money the other day because we took them plus 1.5 and nobody could score in the last 2 minutes of the game. This line opened and the Lakers actually laying 3.5 points. It got bought down to -2.5, and now you see the line go back up to 4. In my estimation, looking at the Lakers, it is a must-win spot. This team has went on the road and they struggled in all of their road games. They lose to Orlando the other night, of course, get smoked to Orlando, give up 120 points, lost that game by 19 points. Go to Miami, also lose that game as well. By 1 point. Of course, Anthony Davis, fragile self, didn't play in the second half because he had a hip injury. He is expected to play in this game, and I like Anthony Davis in this spot. So what I had in my notes was check the status of AD. Rui Hachimura is back and will play. Jackson Hayes is also, I think, questionable for this game. Lakers, off back-to-back losses, have a game in Phoenix on Friday, have struggled to score, going under the team total in 3 of the 4 road games so far this season, and probably would have been 4 if the Kings game didn't go into overtime because they were also trending towards the under net spot. Lakers 8-2 straight up, but only 5-5 against the spread in the last 10 meetings against the Houston Rockets. Houston, 5th straight home game of a 6-game homestand. They actually host the Pelicans on Friday. 3 straight wins, 3 straight covers for them versus the Hornets and the Kings without Fox. So I'm not really sold on them. This does feel like a Lakers spot. Am I laying multiple possessions with the Lakers on the road? No. But should they win? Absolutely. I also got in my notes, and one thing I did play, AD should be a big game against Alfred Sengun, especially with Dylan Brooks kind of coming out with the quotes about slowing LeBron James down and how he's going to lock him up, yada, yada, yada. I think he's just trying to bait LeBron into, doing just trying to do too much. Bron also got interviewed at the shoot around after the shoot around today. Say he doesn't really put too much stock into it. Last season, he's not going to really buy into it. Anthony Davis on the opposite side had a 40.9 rebound game in his only matchup against Alfred Sengun last season. I think this is an absolute AD spot. That number got bit down to 35.5 for his points plus rebounds, and I doubled up. I gave it out at 37.5, I want to say. I played it again at 35.5 because it was plus money on Caesars earlier. So I like AD to play really, really well in this spot tonight. He should absolutely kill Sengun. I'm not really worried because I think he could have came back in the last game. So give me AD in the spot tonight, man. Really like AD a lot. Couldn't talk anybody off looking at the steals plus blocks. That's a number that he's been crushing as well. Of course, not the last 2 games, so it should be a buy low spot for him there. And that's what I got. So I want to go to the YouTube comment section real quick, but I also ran out of time for the show. So I need to make a banner real quick while I cap the game. So we got the next game up. We got the Cavs versus the Thunder, and the Cavs are now laying 2.5 points. It looks like it's the consensus, and the total is 228 points. This total absolutely got smoked. So real quick, let me go back real quick. Think Cam Thomas keeps the streak going? I think Cam Thomas is a shout out to my guy Dream. I see him in the chat. Cam Thomas is always a blunt money bet. You take this guy every single game pretty much. They're going to need to score the ball to keep up with that Clippers, scoring. I cannot talk you off. I like Cam Thomas all the way until Cam Johnson actually comes back because his usage has been through the roof. This guy actually has the highest usage on the whole team. So I'm not betting on any Cam Thomas unders. Snag says KD and a bench of Amazon workers don't scare me. Snag just from Chicago, so don't pay no attention to him. Y'all done lost to way worse teams this year, Snag, than this Phoenix team. So I'll leave it at that though. Basic, you find my slips over on YouTube. So there's just send me a DM. Send me a DM, Basic, if you're watching. If you find me on Twitter at ChrisBeCappinn 2 P's 2 N's, I'll send you the link. But it's posted on Twitter. It's also posted in the description. If you go to my YouTube channel, click the About Me section, there will be a link for my picks. $5.99 a month. You guys can get them as soon as I make them. Lakers first half. I don't really have a. Lakers have actually absolutely been getting smoked in the first half. It's actually getting them coming back, but this does kind of set up for a first half spot, especially with the Rockets winning 3 games in a row. So those are my thoughts. Draymond out. We haven't got to that game yet, so I'm gonna overlook that comment. But appreciate you tapping in, Darren. Bradley Beal coming back tonight. Suns -2. Yeah, I got on a +2 yesterday, Michael, while I was at the park with my son. Love the Mavs first quarter team total under 28.5. All right, we actually gonna get to that game. All right, so back to these games. Let's go Cavs versus Thunder. So Cavs Thunder, I love the Cavs in this spot. Did I get there? Absolutely not. I want to say that there was some injury implication for this game, and I would love to pull that up real quick just to kind of give it to you guys. So what I had written in my notes for this game was Cavs. So total in this one opened at 233. It's all the way down to 228. Love the under in this spot. Didn't play it. Lou Dort listed as questionable. If he doesn't play, I think it's absolutely a cash spot because you're going to need him to slow down Donovan Mitchell. This is also a revenge spot. These two teams just played against each other at the beginning of the season. I want to say it was night one where Chet Holmgren had a very, very good game. Of course, no Jared Allen was in that game. I think the Cleveland Cavaliers can have this one circled. They have their full complement of guys, and we saw what they did to the Golden State Warriors. Of course, they're not as good of a road team, but I think adding Strus over the course of the offseason helps this team a lot because you can't double team Donovan Mitchell. They don't have Isaac Okoro. That doesn't move me at all. SGA is ending this one, but if Dort's ruled out, I think I might get there with the Cavs. I do think that they win the game. Maybe just a money line play, like a minus 130 if I can find a good line. I think the Cavs are the right spot, though. What I got in my notes is the Cavs, this is the first game of a very long West Coast road trip. But it is an early start time, right? Like they're not playing super late versus their body clocks. So it shouldn't be impacted too much. They're off a home win in a double revenge spot. Like I said, OKC beat them to open the season as home favorites without Allen and Garland in that game. And they do have a game against the Golden State Warriors coming up on, I don't want to say it's on Saturday night. OKC, 6th straight and final home game. They do play in Sacramento on Friday. OKC is a team I haven't really got a chance to watch a lot. So I don't like to give you guys a bunch of information if I'm not 100% sure. So those are my thoughts. I heavily lean towards the Cavs to be able to cover this small number. We know that the Cavs weren't the greatest road team last season. That's where they struggled, but I do like this team a lot. Would only be looking towards taking the Cavs in this spot today. Haven't gotten there yet. Also really like the under. Can't get there either with the total dropping so much. All right, next game up, we got the Pistons. I'm actually making the line for this one right now. We got the Pistons getting 12 points on the road. Total in this one is at 228. It looks like it's the consensus. So let's talk about this one. We'll be quick on this one as well. I do got to play on this one, and I did play the Pistons. I don't like the spot. Don't like the play as much. I'll be completely honest with you guys. I liked it a lot more yesterday when I didn't know the injury news. I thought one of those guys would be ruled in, and I'll talk about it. So injury report wise, Chris Middleton is ruled out. That's one of the reasons why I kind of like Detroit in this spot. I went through and looked at the numbers. Milwaukee's defense drops off tremendously without Middleton. Their offense also drops off tremendously without Chris Middleton so far this season. So let me just give you guys those numbers real quick. And like I said, I'm not going to take too long in this game, but I do want to give you guys what I was looking at. Offensive rating with Chris Middleton on the floor, 125. That's absolutely elite. Offensive rating without Chris Middleton, 110. Defensive rating, so that drops 14.65 points. Defensive rating, 112 with Chris Middleton on the floor. Without him, 121. The problem is I played this game maybe prematurely because I didn't think everybody on the Detroit Pistons injury report would be listed out. Ivy got ruled out. Joe Harris is also out for the next couple games. It was somebody, Burks got ruled out. All of these guys were listed as questionable. I love the 12.5 because Milwaukee actually has a second leg of a back-to-back tomorrow, and they play against the Indiana Pacers. To me, they're going to take their game a lot more seriously, which is why you rest Middleton tonight and you play him tomorrow. He's not ready to play in back-to-back games. You look at Milwaukee, 10th offensive rating in the league, but 24th defensively in 5 games. And, I wrote it in my notes. So I just kind of gave you guys the numbers, but those are based off 5 games and 93 minutes for Chris Middleton being played. Bottom line for me, I just couldn't trust the Bucks defense. I do think that this team really struggles, though, Detroit. I don't have a lot of confidence in them being able to cover the spread without Jaden Ivey, without Burks. I thought one of those guys, if not both, would play in this game. We're still waiting on the news of Jalen Duren, but I left the bet in, plus 12.5 on BetMGM. The line didn't move. I thought that it might move the opposite way, but I trust Detroit just a tad bit. It's not my most confident play, but I did play Detroit plus 12.5 in this spot. Don't want to take too long in this game, so I'm gonna check the comments and we're gonna keep it moving. Let's see. Got the Cavs in this one. Darren says, how do you feel about Garland assists? I love Garland assists today, Coop. I didn't play it because I don't want to give out too many player props, but Garland assists, shout out to my guy Munaf. I did a show with him on the NBA Sports Gambling Podcast Network. I tweeted the link out so you guys can check that out live during the middle of the day if you want to. He's on Garland assists over 6.5. Love this spot for Garland tonight. He actually got his guys back. So, and if you go and look at OKC, they struggled against the point guard position as far as giving up assists. Like his assist line a lot. Didn't get there with that one though, Coop, because I don't want to put too many plays in or out. I like to actually watch the game that I have props in and sides in. OKC been covering like crazy. I can't trust the Cavs. Okay, you don't have to play them, Rob. Best of luck. I didn't play them either, but I do lean their way. I got the Pacers game under 244 and earlier. Best of luck. We're on opposite sides there. I like the over. Fade the Bucks backcourt. Cade points is a go. I saw that, Cade, Coop, but at 25.5, I felt like that number was a tad bit too inflated. I'll tell you guys this. Stosler is the guy. He's going to get all the usage. When I checked his numbers, his numbers weren't even listed when I checked them early this morning. He's going to get the usage against this Bucks defense. That's what the value is. I would be louder in his points. I didn't get there yet. Maybe I take it as a personal play a little bit later. Saucer is the guy tonight. Somebody going to have to play guard other than Cade Cunningham tonight. And like I said, I think Cade's numbers are a tad bit too inflated. I don't think I wrote that down in my notes either. Saucer over his points would be the look for me tonight. All right, let's keep going, man. I appreciate everybody for tapping in. I can't get to all the comments. Appreciate you, JT. Shadow Fan says, should I play Mitchell points and hope Dort is ruled out? I wouldn't do that. He had 43 anyways with Dort in the last game a few days ago. I think he has his offense back today. I think we see more usage from Garland, less usage from Mitchell. Excuse me. So those would be my thoughts there. Let's keep going, though. Let's keep going. I got to make another banner real quick because I didn't get a chance to make all the banners. Next game up we have is the Miami Heat, Memphis Grizzlies. I don't really have anything on this game. I do like Heat versus Grizzlies. This is an ugly game. I think one of the ugliest games on the board. The Miami Heat are laying a point and a half on the road. I don't really want to touch on this game too much. Total on this one dropped from 223.5 down to 217.5. I agree with the line movement there just because the Grizzlies have struggled to score. They did pick up their first win, but it was against the Portland Trailblazers. So in that game also, I think went under. Portland couldn't score at the end of the game. If I'm playing this game, I'm looking at Jared Allen. I'm sorry, not Jared Allen. Jaren Jackson Jr., looking at his steals plus blocks over 2.5. Back at home, he gets the home cooking. He's 2 for 3 to the number over. The Heat getting their shots blocked at a top 10 percentage in the league. I like a big game from Jaren Jackson Jr. He's historically went over this number in the last 3 games against his Miami Heat team. And let's see if did I make this one official? I did not make this official, but I talked about it earlier on the show. I really like that number a lot for Allen. For Jared Jackson Jr. tonight a lot. You guys can tell I'm kind of scrambled. What did I have in my notes for this game? I got Miami coming off a 1-point win against the Lakers, first road game since October 30th. After 3 straight home games, they do play in Atlanta on Saturday. So this is a standalone game, in Memphis, which is on the East Coast, but it's a non-conference game. And they also got a look-ahead spot, but it's not until Saturday against the Atlanta Hawks, who are actually, I think, in their same division as well. Memphis, first win against the Portland Trailblazers on Sunday, like I talked about. First home game after 3 straight road games. They host Utah on Friday. I forgot to mention this. Duncan Robinson and Tyler Hero threes absolutely have to be looked at. I'm not sure which one of those guys, but you look at this Grizzlies defense, they're actually allowing the most makes per game at 16. Opponents are shooting 40% from the three-point line, which is also bottom 2 in the league. And I talked about Shaedon Sharpe gave out his over on Friday. Of course, he only hits 2 threes in that game, but he comes back in the next game, 2 nights later, and of course he cashes the 3. So you absolutely want to look at shooting guards that are going to get, have high volume against this Memphis Grizzlies team. So I will be looking at those guys. Didn't play either of them though. That's what I got for you guys in that game. How many more games I got left? 1, 2, 3, 4. Man, God damn, though. It's a lot of games. And I already been talking for 38 minutes. All right, so let's do this. Minnesota and New Orleans. I'll give you guys what I have in my notes real quick. I didn't play the game. Don't really care about it. Zion got ruled out. McCollum's already ruled out as well. Spread opened at 5.5. It's already up to it's up to 9 now. Could be a big letdown spot for Minnesota. I love Minnesota. I don't know if I'm willing to lay 9.5 points with them as a home favorite. They're coming off the big win, of course, against giving the Boston Celtics their first loss of the season. The Pelicans also got smoked in the second half after playing really, really well in the first half in Denver the other day. This is a double revenge spot for them. Excuse me. Of course, they're not taking this game extremely serious. So yeah, fourth and final home game for the Timberwolves. They do play San Antonio on Friday, but not a game that they should be really looking too forward to. So I don't have a play on the game. Best of luck if you guys are playing it. I didn't play anything in this game. Ton of value on the New Orleans side, of course, but Minnesota is the best defensive team in the league. So that's what I'll leave you guys with there. Next game up, we got Toronto. I do want to make a banner real quick for this Raptors versus Mavericks game. So this line is -4.5, and I absolutely agree with the movement on this game. Really kicking myself that I didn't play this one. Don't really have a strong look on the total, although I guess I would lean towards the over, and the total has come up 5 points. But I wanted to get here yesterday, so my account was actually suspended on PointsBet, and they had a 6 yesterday when this line was 5.5 everywhere. Y'all know I line shop. I always try to get the best of the number. I need the half a point. And I didn't get there because I back and forth with PointsBet. They haven't unlocked my account. Well, they have unlocked my account now, but they didn't. Of course, the line moved, so I didn't get there on the game. It's only moved in my favor. It's down to 4 at most books. And I'll tell you guys why I think it is. Terrible spot for Dallas here. Toronto hasn't won a game in Dallas since 2019. They play Boston on Saturday in what will be their 4th and final game of a road trip. Dallas, 3rd game in 4 nights. Haven't played in the same gym this season yet, and they're on the second year, and they're on the back-to-back nights. So not meaning that they played yesterday, but they haven't played in the same gym in consecutive games is probably what I should have said. This is their 8th different gym. They host the Clippers on Friday, so you come into a spot where it's a bad travel spot for Dallas. Of course, they got the road win against the Dallas Mavericks after beating the Charlotte Hornets the night before. So this is the 3rd game in 4 nights, although they didn't play. Toronto's actually been in Texas since, a couple days ago. They have more rest before, more rest after, and I think that's the reason why this line moved. Toronto's actually looked pretty good. I would be looking at Schroeder assists, Scotty Barnes points plus rebounds plus assists, maybe points plus rebounds and assists. I did play Scotty Barnes over his rebounds plus assist line at 13.5. I gave that out earlier today. And real quick, a trend I'll give you guys. I was looking at since 2016, teams that have less rest. So favorites that have less rest than their opponent before the game, less rest than their opponent after the game in a non-conference game. So you typically don't care about those ones as much. And your next game is a conference game. So you have a circle spot most of the time. Those teams are only 16 and 26 against the spread. So that's 62.9% says to take the points with the Toronto Raptors in this spot. This is a fade spot of the Dallas Mavericks. Also, Lively popped up on the injury report listed as questionable. We know how that goes. Typically, when players get ruled out or get downgraded, that's typically when later into the day they typically end up not playing. This does not make for a good spot for the Dallas Mavericks tonight. A team that I wasn't high on, but they've been cashing tickets left and right. I know they got the win as a dog against the Dallas Mavericks, against the Orlando Magic. So those are my thoughts on the game. I didn't play it, though. Don't like that the line moved against me. Well, don't like that I didn't get the best of the number when I could have got a 6 yesterday when it's down to 4 on most books right now. So those are my thoughts there on that game. We only got 2 more games left. And I'll tell you guys, Portland, Sacramento, I'm not really big on. So let's go straight to the last game. We have the Warriors catching 3.5 points on the road versus the Denver Nuggets. In this one, I'm making the banner as I speak. Denver laying 3.5 points. Total is at 227.5. Haven't really seen a lot of movement on this game. This one has kind of stayed the same. Of course, people who don't know, Draymond Green did get ruled out in this game. The Denver Nuggets will still be without starting point guard Jamal Murray in this one as well. I'm trying to take this down real quick. So let's talk about this game. So Draymond ruled out, Jamal Murray ruled out. Triple revenge spot for Golden State. That's one of the things that I did not like at all. Because I think that you just kind of keep riding Denver in this spot. Denver's been absolute juggernaut at home. They take these conference games at home very, very serious. They actually lost. The Golden State Warriors have actually lost the last 3 meetings, including the last 2 in Denver, by a total of 17 points and 2 points. So this is the 4th and final road game before they go back home to host the Cavaliers on Saturday. So they do have a lot of rest in this spot. This is the first game for the Warriors back on the West Coast in altitude as well. We got to remember, they haven't played. They had 1 day off. That was the travel from Detroit all the way back to Denver. Do not like that spot at all. Maybe Denver first quarter is the play. Didn't get there with that, but that's probably the way I'm looking in this game. CP3, I also wanted to make sure I make note of this as well. CP3 actually has the highest usage he has the highest plus minus on the team at a plus 7.3. Plus 7.3. That's higher than Steph, it's higher than Clay, higher than Draymond. But Denver, this is the fourth and final home game before they travel to take on the Houston Rockets on Sunday. That's not a real look ahead spot at all. If I'm playing this game, I'm taking Denver first quarter because it's been an absolute wagon outside of the game against the Portland Trail. No, not the Portland Trail. The New Orleans Pelicans in the last game. Jokic over his points, rebounds, and assists. We cashed on it the other day. I think until Jamal Murray comes back, I know that the number is inflated at 52.5, 53.5. I think it just continues to cash though because he's the one that's gonna have to do more. I like his matchup with Looney. Outside of Looney, they have nobody that can guard him. Draymond's already been ruled out. I also like Jokic. Just if you want to take a straight line on his rebounds, Golden State really struggled against big guards. Big centers that can rebound the ball. Jokic is liable to tip it to himself 3 times and get 3 rebounds on one play. And the books do count those as rebounds. So those are the ways I'll be looking to play the game. Denver first quarter, potentially Denver first half as well. I do think they take the game extremely serious. And they've been really good at, defending the 3-point line. And that's what Golden State likes to do more than anything else is, score outside versus scoring inside. Golden State shoots the most threes. They pretty sure they make top 4 amount of threes as well. So those are my thoughts on the game, man. Best of luck if you guys have any action on that one. I do love Jokic over his points, rebounds, and assists. This is a late game, so maybe I'll add something later, but didn't quite play this one yet. No opinion on the total, but I do think I lean towards the under. Golden State's really struggled to score the ball in Denver, and Denver has been playing really, really good defense outside of that first half against the Pelicans. Portland and Sacramento. I'm not even going to touch that one just for time purposes because it's already 6-12. Don't have a strong look. I know I'm not laying 8 points on the road, though. I'm not 8 points at home with the Sacramento Kings. They've looked like a shell of themselves against the Portland Trail, against the Houston Rockets in back-to-back games. I kind of expect like an offensive explosion at some point from Malik Monk. I think he's one of the guys that could really carry this team offensively. Interesting quote came out. Malik Monk and it might have been, I forgot who else it was saying that it's really hard for them to play defense as well as they want to play defense and also play with extreme fast pace because without Fox, you kind of want to play faster, but their offense has really struggled. They can't score the ball. Portland is a pretty good defensive team. I know that they struggle offensively, but they got some pretty solid defenders. They also play at an extremely slow pace. So I will be looking towards the under in this game, but not anything that I played. Those are my thoughts on the game. So I'll do the what I play segment, but I do want to go through the comment section real quick and get some guys up and kind of hear some opinions. I want to come to Stem first because Stem has been cashing. This dude's been absolutely on fire. He's a part of the book club with Devin's Bookie. Whatever he got for it, especially on a big slate like today, I definitely want to hear from him on. I'm going to also get Cam up. I'm going to get Keith up. Send me your requests if you guys can. And I am going to go through the comment section just really, really quickly. And then we'll keep moving. So let's see what we got. Miami all day. Take the all line at -4. S-Dot is on that. Bam props over. Bam just got a triple-double taken away. He's going to want to fix that. Okay. Hero, again, points, rebounds, and assists over. Could not talk you off of that look. S-Dot. He said, yeah, reviewing from Lakers crying about calls. They took away one of the rebounds. Will says, what up, though, Chris? Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. Scotty Barnes, rebounds over top play for me. Okay, best of luck, Will. I am on his rebounds plus assists. Hope you cash that as well. Coop says he likes Grant Williams threes laddered. I've looked through Toronto's past games. They allowed a lot of 3-point attempts and starting power forwards. And Grant's been cashing for me. Hope the trend continues. Could not talk you off of there. Precious Ochoa. I mentioned Precious Ochoa that earlier is doubtful. It should be a Dallas spot. Still don't like Dallas, but didn't get there. Best of luck if you guys play it. SK likes Jokic triple-double, cleared 4 of the last 5 versus the Golden State Warriors. Only one he missed. He had 9 assists. Okay. Jokic triple-double, -110 is wild. I agree with that, Frank, but he's been cashing it. His usage is just extremely high without Jamal Murray. So couldn't talk you off the triple-double in a win, maybe in a PPD. Definitely check to see if it better odds if you build it out, and definitely check your sports books as well. I promise you, I'm making a blunt money 25 legger tonight with all this money. Best of luck, John. Best of luck, bro. Jokic under 29.5. I would not be looking at the Jokic under, and I don't know what you can get 29.5. I know his points not sitting that high. So best of luck, man. All right, let's get the guys up. Where's Stem go? Stem, come back up, man. I definitely want to hear from you in this spot tonight with such a big card. Know you got the value cooked up for us. I sent you a request to come back up. If you're free, I would love to have you, my brother. Cam, look like you're up. So I'm gonna go to you first. We'll get Great White up, who's absolutely been crushing it in the NBA as well. Get my guy Stephen up, and we'll continue. Cam, talk to me, man. What you liking today? Hope all is well with you, my brother.
Everything's good. What's good? You good?
Man.
Give me a heart attack.
Yeah, your boys came back and looked pretty good, man. What you got for us today? What you liking?
So, I mean, you kind of mentioned it. So, I had this kind of dilemma, so he can't keep doing it. But he's gonna. Like it's at this stage, the usage at the start of the year, I said I was gonna watch his lines, and his usage is the highest on the team. It's clearly everything's running through him. I got his PRA today, so I'm with the rebounds and assists too. I think that's a good line. The 13.5, but I took the PRA. It's 34.5. He's been clearing it. There's no other way to say it. He's everything to the Raptors right now. His shots dropping. He's hitting shots from the line. He's everything to us. So PRA, even threes. You can look at basically his stocks. Every line right now, Scotty's hitting. So that's basically the analysis on it. But the one thing to watch for though is Dallas is actually pretty good against a small forward. But that really hasn't mattered with Scotty. The other player that no one's talking about in this game that I think people need to look at is OG Anunoby. So OG Anunoby, as we know, hit 7 threes on the weekend, and I think you made a good point. Like these guys this isn't a travel spot, right? They skip over from San Antonio. OG Anunoby against the Dallas Mavericks, who are actually really poor against the shooting guard position, bottom 50 percentile in defending shooting guard. His last 5 games, 26-9, 2 threes, 27-7, 4 threes, 19-8, 1 3, 23-4, 5 threes, 13-11, 3 threes. I'm taking his points over 15.5 without question. I'm probably going to add 2 threes to it to get it to plus money because right now it's at -115. His 3 threes is plus 225. I either might play that direct or I will put that in a low blunt money bet. That's something I'm trying to cook up. One thing that I didn't know was a thing. Derek Lively, he just popped up on the injury report, and I looked at it's an illness. So that kind of scares me because I was on his rebounds.
Mm-hmm.
Just because, listen, I know that I missed it on Giannis, but Giannis is in the center, and the way the Bucks played us, Giannis was actually, I completely forgot that Adrian Griffin would have thought this way. He was actually covering the fast break. So Giannis was dropping back the whole time. He didn't go for a single rebound. He had 3 that game. He was actually just trying to stop Pascal from running the fast break, which Adrian Griffin knows we're good at. So he didn't hit the boards. But if you go look at the last game against the Spurs, Zach Collins, Victor Wembanyama, both of them hit their rebounds again. So the rebound thing is staying true with anybody who stays in the paint. So I have Lively locked in right now at 6.5 and 10, which is plus 360. But I am a bit worried if he's sick. So if he's actually got an illness, that might be one of those things where I pull out, pause, because realistically, you never know, right? If a guy's not feeling well, the coach yanks him out. You're kind of like, it might miss. But if he's okay, I gotta look into it because I just saw him pop up, so I don't really know what it is. If they're saying he's actually sick, then it might be a stay away. But I just have that locked in, and I just want to keep people looking at that prop as they go through. If you ever play the Raptors, just look at the center, who it is, and look at what the line is. 6.5 for any center against the Raptors. That has not hit except for the Bucks, who Brook Lopez is a rebound, and Giannis wasn't playing defense or doing anything like that. My other play that I really love was James Harden over 6.5 assists. It's just low. I don't really have analysis on it, guys. I looked at it and I'm like, that's just low for me. It's James Harden. That's what he does. 6.5 is low. I know people are maybe the books are trying to adjust saying he's not going to play a lot of minutes or whatever, but I think he's going to play minutes. And I think if James Harden's on the floor, 6.5 assists is a very low number at -120 is what I found it at. If anybody knows where I can get it cheaper, let me know. And then my last play is Mitchell Robinson over 10.5 rebounds against the Spurs. They don't rebound. Like, as much as like Victor the big dude or whatever, they just don't rebound. Just watch them with the Raptors. They're bottom 3 rebounding in the league. Mitchell Robinson is averaging 15 boards through the month of November. And against the Spurs, he has a 50% hit rate on that line when he plays over 30 minutes. Mind you, he has been in foul trouble against them a bunch in the past, but he's 3 of 5 in the last. He's 3 of 5 over that line in the last 5 games, and one of the games he had 10 rebounds. So I'm just gonna ride with the dude. The guys can get 15 boards, and you're going up against a team that doesn't really rebound. It just feels like a nice line at plus 105. So just to recap. And I'll leave the lively plays out because, again, there's a little shroud there. Whether he'll play or not, I might actually pull those because of that. But it's OG Anunoby over 15.5 points. If you want to add 2 threes to that, you get it at plus money. You should play him up to 20 if you're into laddering. I believe this is a good spot for him, or play his points and rebounds, which have cashed basically every single time he's played Dallas. Harden over 6.5 assists, minus 120. Mitchell Robinson over 10.5 rebounds, plus 105. And the Raptors are going to win tonight. I'm just going to say that right now.
I like it. Love that confidence, Cam. Cam, you really you said something that really stuck out to me, and I'm gonna try to be quick so we can keep going. There's a lot of really smart people that I want to hear from. I really like the Harden 6 assists. So minus 115 is the best number on DraftKings right now. If anybody is interested, while you were talking, Cam, I just kind of went back and kind of looked at that game, his first game. So Harden had 6 assists in that game in 31.4 minutes. So he played the second highest minutes of anybody on the team outside of Paul George. We know Brooklyn's going to play extremely fast. Harden had 11 potential assists in that game. And, while Westbrook still had 8, I do like that number a lot because Harden immediately came in and you can kind of tell that, he's the guy already. We know Brooklyn defense is a lot worse than the Knicks. So I love that play, Cam. I'm probably going to end up tailing you on that one, bro. I appreciate you sharing the looks and best of luck for you tonight. Let's go STEM. And then I definitely got to get my guy Dream up, but I want to hear from Stephen, Great White, and Dream for sure. So let's go STEM. STEM, talk to me, my brother. Glad to have you here on the show, man. What's going on?
What's up, Chris? How are you today?
I'm good, man. I feel a little scrambled, but this is my centering piece. The show centers me. Even though I got, kinetic energy moving all through my body, I'm trying to project it on the slate tonight. And I'm sorry for a long-winded answer, but you asked me how I'm feeling. So yeah, I'm good, Stim. How you doing, man?
No, absolutely. I love it. Yeah, it's quite the slate tonight. So gotta lock in for sure. But so I'm looking at a spot tonight that I'm surprised honestly isn't getting much love. So KCP, I love his potential with assists tonight. So with games with Jamal Murray out, his last 5, he's got 5, 5, 6, 5, and 7. I got 5 plus at plus 850 on DraftKings, 4 plus at plus 380, and 8 plus at plus 4,000. They're currently off of DraftKings. I apologize for that. Those lines are gone. But you can take them at MGM now in the same game parlay spot. But he's been absolutely chopping without Jamal Murray there. 7 assists 2 days ago in that game without Jamal. I think the books are a little undervaluing his spot here a bit. 2.5 is the base, which I also like. But I'm more playing it on the ceiling here.
This is why we need you, Stem. And if you guys want Stem plays, like I said, he is a part of a paid Discord. So definitely check him out. He finds the gems similar to Dream, similar to Stefan, that's also going to come up on this show. But I love that look. And Stem, I feel like you start every one of your breakdowns with, I'm kind of surprised that people aren't mentioning, and then you just go into a bomb. So love the play, Stem. And probably going to end up tailing you in that spot. I'm definitely going to check the alt lines on Bet365 when I get a second, but wrote that one down in my notes. Appreciate you for sharing the looks, Stem. Best of luck to you tonight, my boy.
Hey, appreciate you, Chris. Good luck to everyone tonight.
Absolutely. Let's go Great White, Stephen, and Dream. What's up, Great White?
What's going on, my brother?
How you doing, man?
Good, man. Good. I'm gonna drop my first max play.
Oh, okay. What we got?
But before I get to that, I'm gonna drop my first prop. So I got Brandon Ingram over 3.5 turnovers today. I got a minus 145. You know where I'm going with this. The reason why I'm doing it is because since 2019, he's played the Timberwolves 12 times. He's gone over this line 11 times. The one time that he did not go over, he had 3 turnovers that game. And in that game, Lonzo Ball, Drew Holiday, Zion were all on the floor, and those 3 combined for 7. Obviously, Zion's not there. CJ's not there tonight. Ball's going to be in Ingram's hands a lot. So I see no reason why he's not going to at least have 4 turnovers today. So that's going to be my first play. My next one, my last one, which is my max play, it's going to be Cavs money line on the road. I absolutely love the spot for the Cavs. I know a lot of people on the Thunder, but what I noticed when they played in their first game, the Cavs, they only shot 27% from 3, and OKC shot 50% from 3 that game. Obviously, we know the Cavs, they only lost by 3. Thunder at home so far this season, they have been allowing 46% from the field and 40% from 3 when they're at home. And Cavs on the road, they've been shooting 48% and almost 37% from 3. I see the discrepancy is not going to be – it's going to average out more into this game. I think the Cavs have a overall better roster than the Thunder. Cavs are also on they have one more day of rest than the Thunder. So I'm not too worried about that. I'm not worried about the rust factor. I know for sure the way that Donovan Mitchell is wired, he is ready to go. I would not talk anybody up taking Donovan Mitchell points over today if they want to. Cavs, they also got Jared Allen back. He already kicked the rust off, so he's good to go. But Cavs money line out of all the games, this is my most confident play of the night. No reason why I see the Thunder are winning. So let's get it.
Okay. Hey, best of luck, Gray White. I hope you cash, bro.
Yep.
Love the looks. Okay. All right, let's go, Stephen. Stephen, you up, and then we go kick it to Dream. Can't wait to hear from Dream. Missed this show earlier today, but I definitely want to hear from my guy. What's up, Stephen?
Chilling, bro. How are you doing tonight?
I'm good, bro. I'm good, man. We got a full slate of basketball. I'm excited. I'm gonna be up all night. Haven't eaten food all day, so yeah, I'm about to grub, take a shower, and and I'm about to watch basketball, bro. I'm excited. How you doing?
Man, I'm feeling good. I'm gonna say before I start this whole rant, I'm gonna start all this with this game has a 9-point spread and could be a blowout. It could ruin everything I'm about to say.
Okay, we got a caveat. Okay.
Yeah, I have to put that caveat because this could be a blowout. But bro, this game gives me like the same feeling I had when we played the Pacers at the end of last year, where there's a lot of trends and the game's gonna be fast, and it's a team that does not play a lick of defense in the Spurs. Now, so I have like 4 plays where like I really love. One is Keldon Johnson's rebounds. Thank God they didn't put Devin Vassell in last minute. I thought that was gonna ruin it. But basically, dating back to last year, he's 7 of 10 to the number. The last 3 games he hasn't. The Spurs haven't had Devin in the lineup. I want to say he had 7 rebounds, 6 rebounds. The last game he only had 3, but that's only because he played 23 minutes, and that Pacers game was a blowout. But the rebound potential rebounds are 10, 10, and 6. If you were trailing me last game, it was Knicks Clippers. I told you the Knicks have given up 6 boards to every small forward in the league this year. And then Paul George went and grabbed 7, could have grabbed the 8 from full ladder. So it's at 4.5. I love the rebounds. Back to last year, he's 7 for 10 to the number. Really like this number. The Knicks are just giving up rebounds. I think it's going to be a fast-paced game. Really like that one. It scares me because he's in a bunch of boosts, but Jalen Brunson's points plus assists at 29.5 minus 120. Really like that one as well. Fast-paced team. I went and looked at the Spurs games. I went back and watched a couple games. And I got to be honest, Malachi Branham might be the worst perimeter defender in the league. Like, that dude is terrible. Like, go watch him try to guard Dennis Schroeder, Tyrese Halliburton, anyone. That dude is awful. So I looked at some numbers. It was pretty crazy. The Spurs, between 10 to 14 feet, give up the highest field goal percentage in the league. We already mentioned that the second worst defense in the league, 7th fastest pace. So it just lines up where it just screams Jalen Brunson. All of this. Jalen Brunson. That was the most obvious thing. So I love that one. The play that I think is free as hell is Josh Hart, 2.5 assists. Whatever. They want to give you the free number, I'll take it. It opened at plus 100. It's down to minus 115 now. He's hit it in the last 4 games. He's kind of established himself as the third ball handler right now on the Knicks. And it's the fact that, like, his potential assists, he's getting 10 and 9 potential assists. So he also had an article today in the New York Post talking about he's pissed off that his offense is lacking. So, yeah, even if it's a blowout, I think he can still play 25, 26 minutes. And I need him for 3 assists when he's getting 9 potential assists. Like, it's a bad offense, bad defense, excuse me. So, really like that one. And last one I really like is, I said Brunson, I said Keldon, I said Hart. It's Quickly. I think this is a huge Quickly spot. I mean, off the bench, if it's a blowout, he's going to play 28. If it's not a blowout, I think he'll play 28. Like 13 and a half points in a matchup where, once again, that's Spurs backcourt. Like, they're letting the backups get 15 points. Like, Nembhard went crazy on him. Dennis Schroeder went for 24. So, I don't know. I just think it's a game where, like, I think the Knicks will score 120 points tonight. I got to be honest with you. I think there's a big spot. They can get to 500. They don't play a game till Sunday, so it's not a look-ahead spot. I just think they're locked in and focused on, like, having a great performance. They've talked about the offense, getting things settled in, and obviously Mitchell Robinson, best rebounder in the league. It's at 10.5. That could get screwed if he's guarding Wemby's on the perimeter, but I'm just riding the rebounds till that falls off the cliff. So that's everything I'm on tonight.
Okay. Hey, Stephen got the looks, and we knew it's gonna be with the Knicks game, nationally televised game, especially if you want to play in that game. Stephen just gave out a couple. Tell what you like and leave what you don't. Appreciate you, Stephen. Best of luck tonight, my guy.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Absolutely, dude. Dream, what are the vibes, my brother? What's going on, Dream?
What's the vibes, my guy? How you?
I'm good, bro. I'm good, man. Talk to me. What you liking today?
Just a few blunt money bets, man. First, Scotty Barnes triple-double, plus 3,100. It's not much else to say. Explain Scotty a lot. So yeah, give me Scotty's triple-double plus 3,100. He had a triple-double his last game against Dallas.
Where you get the triple-double at, Jane?
DraftKings.
DraftKings, okay.
I locked the majority. I'm trying to give y'all shit from the day, but I locked in a bunch of blunt money bets yesterday as soon as I see the board, so I don't know if the value's still there.
Okay.
It shouldn't be that crazy though.
Okay.
Considering his assist line is still at 4.5, and I don't think his rebound line is moved. His points moved up 1 point. I'm on his points, but they only moved up 1 point. So
got you. Okay. I see plus 3,000 on DraftKings right now. It's down though, Dream. BetMGM got 1650, FanDuel got 2,800, and Caesars got 1,400. So yeah, definitely the best line. Dream gave you guys the best line, plus 3,000 right now on DraftKings. Appreciate you, Dream. What else? What else you got?
Let me see. Oh, a defensive leg, and I put this on my timeline as well. But Porzingis 2 blocks. He's had 2 blocks or more 5 straight games against Embiid, maybe 6. I don't remember. But
okay.
Yeah, 2 blocks, 5 straight games. Wemby 3 blocks. Shout out to the homie Flo. Put us on the Brook Lopez block, so maybe Wemby can do what Brook Lopez just did against the Knicks.
Okay.
And Gordon Hayward over 1.5 stocks. That's a plus 1,080. So Hayward over 1.5 stocks. Wemby over 3.5. Over 2.5 blocks. And KP over 1.5 blocks. As far as Hayward stocks, he's covered that line every game this season except for last game, and I found it interesting that his stocks was plus 145 last game. He didn't cover it for the first time all season, and now it's plus 105 this game. I think the books is kind of telling you something there. So, love that. And one more. King Usar Thompson. 2 blocks and 2 steals. And Giannis, 2 blocks and 2 steals, plus 4,500. Let's have a night.
2 blocks, 2 steals for him. And who was the other person, Dream? Giannis
and Usar Thompson for Detroit.
Okay, so that's the same game parlay. Okay, 2. So both of them to get 2 blocks. Okay.
No, both of them to get 2 blocks and 2 steals.
Oh, 2 blocks and 2 steals. Okay, 2 blocks and 2 steals. Plus 4,500. Dreams be coming in here and dropping the looks, man. Hey, if you know, man. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, love the looks from Dream. Hey, Dream, real quick while I got you up, any thoughts on Sasser for Detroit tonight? I know you be watching them play.
Yeah, man. Yeah, love it, man. I don't. It got to be Sasser or maybe Killian finally actually puts the ball in the hole.
Got to be one or the other though, right, Dream? Like, ain't no other way. They don't got no other guards they playing.
And I like Sasser much more, to be honest, because Sasser gonna get full range of that second unit. That has no scoring at all.
None.
Oh my God. And if Duran don't play, man, y'all look at Isaiah Stewart assists, man. It's at 1.5 right now. He had 4 assists both games without Duran so far.
Dream dropping the gems, man. Dropping the gems. That's why you tune in. It's also why you subscribe to Blunt Money Bets on YouTube as well. Because Dream, he look at the games a lot different than everybody else do. Very unique guy. Definitely a profitable guy. Blunt Money Bets to the moon, man. Appreciate you, Dream, for stopping through, man. All right, cool. Is that everybody? Yeah, that's everybody I had up. All right, so we'll do one quick round real quick, and then I got to get off it because I got to eat before the game start and take a shower. So let's go, Dave. Mo, I'm gonna get you up as well. And what is that? Clackett, I think is that is pronounced. I want to make sure I'm not butchering your name. Dave, talk to me, man. What's going on? How you doing today?
What's going on, man? Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday, my guy. What's going on? What you liking for today?
Get your thoughts on something. What
Okay.
do you think about this game? The total being so high. What do you think about Jordan Clarkson today? I saw that his last game or a recent game, he had 20 attempts. What do you think about 25?
Yep. I mean, you playing the attempts over or the points or the points?
No, I'm playing his points. His points was at 25, I think plus 600.
Yeah, this is the only thing that gives me a little bit of cause for concern, Dave. Because if I feel like I have a strong opinion on something, I'm gonna let you guys know every single time. I really have not watched the Jazz play too much. I watched them play against Orlando because I was on Orlando my first 2-unit play of the season, and they lost that game. But what I'll tell you is that they don't need scoring. I know that for sure because their defense is 25th in the league. They can't score the ball, so I mean they can't get a stop. So without Walker Kessler, I think they play at much faster pace. So I do like that. Maybe I don't know if it's gonna be Clarkson, but it's gonna have to be one of those guards. I know the last time I played a prop was Walker Kessler double for the Jazz, and it didn't cash because I think the coach was kind of messing with the lineup. So I will have to go in. I know somebody said Keontae George, so definitely one of those guards. I'm not sure which one it's gonna be, Dave, but go with your gut, man. If your gut's telling you Jordan Clarkson, definitely take him.
Man, I just think that the Pacers don't defend a damn.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. They are there, and I think they're gonna be looking ahead to tomorrow because they got the Bucks. They got the Bucks tomorrow, so I think they're gonna be looking ahead a tad bit as well.
Okay, yeah, that is true. I do have one more for you though.
Okay, what you got?
Everybody's scoring 15 points. So we have Bruce Brown, Duncan Robinson, Nas Reed, Gary Trent. That's on points bet plus 74.48.
Damn, go through that one more time. You went too fast. Bruce Brown.
Yeah, my bad. Bruce Brown. Duncan Robinson.
Okay.
Got Nas Reed and Gary Trent plus 74.48.
And Gary Trent scared the hell out of me. I ain't gonna lie to you, but I love this lay. This sound like a drink. This sound like a Blunt Money Bet by Dream. Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to Dream, man. Yeah, I like this. I might play it without. I might put a. That's a fact, Jay. Oh man, that's a fact. I can imagine why. Yeah, I might have to maneuver Gary Trent out of this one. Yeah, put him on the bench for this one. Find another starter. But I like it though, Dave. Best of luck to you, man. Plus 7,400. I think it's worth the sprinkle for sure. Appreciate you coming up and sharing the looks, man. Mo, let's kick it to you real quick. What you got, Mo?
Hey, you can hear me, Chris?
Yes, sir. You loud and clear. What's going on?
Hey, what's going on, man? I want to thank you, first of all, for having the spaces going on, man. Shout out to everybody here, man. Everybody dropping gems every day.
Absolutely. Appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that.
Yeah, I don't got much today. The play that I low-key wanted to play the Grizzlies, but with Tillman now, I kind of just stayed away. I don't feel like they're the 1-6 team what the record's looking like. And I believe they're 0-4 or 0-3 at home, so I think it's kind of a good spot to kind of bounce back here, but I stayed away from that one. I did play Derek White on the Celtics. Hit 3 threes and 4 threes I played. I did 0.5 units on each. He just had his kids, so I'm just going with that, honestly.
Okay.
Not much research on that.
Okay.
There's that, and then I really like Jaren Jackson Jr.'s threes. I just think he's just gonna put it up. He's just gonna let it fly, honestly. And then Bam doesn't play much good defense. I just watch basketball, and I just think it's a good look. 3 threes I like plus 230, and then 4 threes I like plus 700. So I kind of just sprinkled on those, and then that's pretty much it.
Okay. Hey, I hope you cash, man, and I appreciate you sharing the looks as well. Best of luck to you tonight. All right, cool. Did I have anybody else? Let me get Silver Rio up here real quick. I know he was on the show last year. This is gonna be the last guy, and then we'll get up off here. Yeah, I think we got some. Yeah, I think that's it. All right, Silver. I think I pronounced that right. Silver Rio, what's going on, my guy? How you doing, man? If you can hear me, the floor is yours. So Duran is on track to play. That's great. Jimmy Butler is going to play. We knew that. Jackson Hayes ruled out. I'm trying to put these in the thing. AD so soft, bro. This dude is the world's softest. He's still a game time decision, man. Like, all right, you know what? I digress. I'm gonna be quiet. All right, that's what I got for you guys. All right, so real quick, let me go over because I don't got no more requests. So I'm gonna just go over my plays real quick. I'm getting up here. I'm going to take a shower. I'm going to eat, and then I'm gonna watch these games. I love the card for today. Absolutely love the looks. Some of the looks that's been shared. I'll tell you guys what I played, and then I'll also tell you guys what I would add if I had to add anything. All right, so let's go from the top. My actual plays first and foremost. I played Joel Embiid over his 4.5 assists against the Boston Celtics today at -125 on Bet365. I played Scotty Barnes rebounds plus assists over 13.5. I played Anthony Davis. I actually gave this out at 37.5. The line's down to 35.5. If his soft self is ruled in, then he's going to play. He's going to dominate Sengun. I love Anthony Davis today at over 37.5. Numbers down to 35.5, and you can actually get it at plus money. So I love that even more. Porzingis, his threes over 1.5. I think it's a ladder spot for Porzingis today. I would sprinkle on the 3. I would sprinkle on the 4. Jokic with no Jamal Murray. I'm not even second guessing it. Over 52.5 points, rebounds, and assists today against the Golden State Warriors that already can't stop centers. This thing is usually going to be extremely high. Those are the props that I played. Tail and stem on the assist for KCP. 2.5 is plus money at like plus 145 on Bet365 is what I got it at while the show was going on. Stem louder them all the way to 7. I think you can get it at like plus 1,200. He just had 7 in the last game. So couldn't talk anybody off that. Excuse me. Also, Cam also gave out Harden over 6.5 assists. Love that number in a fast-paced game. I think this game is going to be extremely fast-paced. Love that look a lot. Probably going to get there and tail that as well. Also, I lean towards all right. So and then Sasser. I talked about Sasser taking his points with no Alex Burke and with no what's the other guy name? Jay Navi. Love the spot for Sasser tonight on the road against the Milwaukee Bucks. Also, as far as sides, I would still play money line for the Cleveland Cavaliers. I do think, of course, they're not the greatest road team, but I think that they win on the road tonight. Love the spot there for them. Also, strong leans towards Boston first half. I think the overtime could potentially, just kind of mess up the second half. But Boston's been one of the best first half teams in the league. So I love Boston in the first half. They're averaging like 67 points. This will be the Philadelphia 76ers biggest test so far this season outside of the Milwaukee Bucks that they played in the first game. So I love Boston first half. Just didn't get to the window with that. Don't want to add too much. And then as far as the sides and the totals that I played, I did play Utah Indy over 242, -110 on DraftKings, 1.1 units to win a unit on that one. I played Phoenix yesterday, like I said, at +2. That line, of course, has now moved to Phoenix being the favorite. They are still 1-point favorite, so I still hop on the money line. I think Phoenix is the better team, and I think they win the game. Would never be laying points with the Bulls. And then Detroit, I talked about it. Not my strongest play because I played it early, but you still can get them plus 12.5 everywhere. I played it prematurely without Jaden Ivey and Alex Burke News, thinking at least one of those guys would be ruled in. Now I'm sitting over here praying that Jalen Duren actually plays. It looks like he's on track to play, and they definitely gonna need him. If you don't like spreads, I know a lot of people just play props. I will be looking at Sasser in this spot. I think he, if you can find his number, I couldn't even find his number when I was looking on Bet365. I think the books low key just trying to keep that one away from us and not give it out to us because they know. But I do want to see if I can find it real quick. Hold on, let me see if I can find it before I shut the show down. Sasser. Nope, not listed. Of course, he's not listed. If that line becomes available, I'll tweet it out because I probably will be on Sasser today. I think we get a buy low number. Line probably come out at 9.5, 10.5, and I think just the way that the Nets have been playing. The Bucks have been playing defense specifically against the guard. I think you absolutely have to look at that spot. So what I played is at the bottom on YouTube. Like I said, Embiid over his assists, Scotty Barnes over his rebounds plus assists, Anthony Davis 35.5 points, rebounds, assists over, Porzingis threes over 1.5. I would be looking at a ladder spot there. Jokic, don't second guess it, over 52.5 points, rebounds, and assists with no Jamal Murray. Utah, Indiana over 242.5, Phoenix +2, Detroit +12.5. Heavily leaning towards Boston in the first half as well. And like I said, I'm probably going. I'm gonna tell Cam on the Harden over 6.5 assists after having 11 the other day, which led the team. Much faster pace game against the Brooklyn Nets tonight, and also tailing Stem on the KCP over his 2.5 assists. So best of luck. Hold on, what? Sasser is 10.5 on DraftKings. Why don't I see that? Yeah, that's not popping up on my actual sheet. I gotta check that line out just to confirm it real quick. If it's 10.5 though, I'm taking it on Sasser. I do like Sasser in this spot tonight a lot. Let me see if I can bring DraftKings up real quick just to confirm that. Interesting that it's only available there. He'll get big minutes tonight and play even if it's a blowout too. So I like Sasser a lot tonight. Let's see if I can find it. Points for Sasser. Yeah, 10.5 is -115. I think you take Sasser at 10.5. I also think you put a little bit, just a tad bit on his 15. I like Sasser a lot tonight, as you guys can probably tell. You can play as 12 at +115 as well. 15 is +255. So yeah, I'm playing that. I'm playing that for Sasser as well. Not official play, but yeah, I'm playing that. Best of luck to everybody tonight. Hit the like button for me. I know this was an extremely long show, 100, an hour and 21 minutes. We got a couple games tomorrow. I'll jump into those games tonight. Hopefully get some pretty good lines because it's not that many games tomorrow. But best of luck to everybody tonight, man. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. And hit the like button for me. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are interested in my plays. When I make them, like I said, reach out. I'll send you guys the link. It's $5.99 a month, man. You can't beat it. Best of luck to everybody tonight. Enjoy the games. I'll be back tomorrow.